Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having an awesome day, and I'm so excited to be doing this first listen to album review because it is none other than Miss or Mrs. Is she married? I forget. But anyway, this is Avril Lavigne we're talking about, and I have been with Avril since the very beginning, since Let Go, her debut album. Since I was a kid, I have been jamming to her. I'm so excited. She is one of my favorite artists. I think the reason I have such a strong connection to her music is because, like I said, I have been listening to her since I was a kid, and there's all that nostalgia there. She hasn't released an album in 6 years, so this is her first album in 6 years. It has been long overdue. It is called Head Above Water. So there are 12 tracks. I have heard 3 of the tracks already: Head Above Water, Dumb Blonde, and Tell Me It's Over. So I've heard those 3 already. I have not heard the other 9 tracks on the album. I'm so excited. So let's get into it. Track number 1, Head Above Water. So that was the lead single off the album Head Above Water, and what is there to say? It's a really good ballad. However, when I heard it for the first time, like so many people, it was very reminiscent of Let's Hurt Tonight by One Republic. The melody is very, very similar. So I don't know if that's where Avril got her inspiration. I don't know if it was intentional. So that kind of irked me. It's a beautiful song, but in the back of my head, that kind of was my gripe with this song, was it sounded very similar to that One Republic song. But it's a very nice ballad. I love it. I love the meaning behind it, knowing what Avril has gone through these last few years. It's been a bit of a struggle for her. So to me, I feel like this is a very strong song, and I love it. It's very powerful. So now let's move on to track number 2, Birdie. So that was Birdie, track number 2, and I really did enjoy that song. Again, the meaning behind this song, Birdie being set free, fly away, we all kind of know the allegory behind that, and it's very relatable, I almost feel like, to anyone. And it's a very good song, like I say, I enjoyed it. So now let's move on to track number 3, I Fell in Love with the Devil. Who hasn't, though? So that was I Fell in Love with the Devil, and people would probably disagree with me, but I think this song should be a single or should have been a single. Some people will probably think it's not really single material, but I actually really like this song, and I could see it as a single. I could see an amazing music video accompanying this single. But I really liked it. Again, it's a very moody album so far, this Head Above Water. And I'm enjoying it so far. So now let's move on to track number 4. Tell Me It's Over, which I've heard already. So, it's really over. Wow. Okay, so that's a little tragic. This song was obviously released as the second single, and it didn't really perform commercially. It didn't really perform on the charts or the airwaves or streaming, which is really tragic. This is actually a really good song. It's one of my favorite songs on the album so far. If not my favorite song, no, I won't say it's my favorite song, but really disappointing. This is a good song. It's just really disappointing that this single didn't do better. I'm a little disappointed. Anyway, good song, but let's move on to track number 5. Dumb Blonde. Wow, I feel personally attacked. Just kidding. I kind of am a little bit of an airhead sometimes. So the song's a little relatable to me. Anyway, Dumb Blonde featuring Nicki Minaj, which I gotta say is a little bit of an interesting pairing. Avril Lavigne and Nicki Minaj. I mean, who ever knew? But I've heard this song already. It's a lot of fun, so let's get into it. No dumb blonde. I ain't no suit Bobby doll. I am that game. Oh, watch me, watch me, watch me. Now there you go again. I ain't no dumb blonde. I ain't no stupid Bobby. Watch me, watch me, watch me prove you wrong. So that was a Dumb Blonde. People seem to either hate that song or love it, and I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'm very much in between when it comes to that song. I feel like this is a song that was, it should have been released maybe during her The Best Damn Thing era, like 10 years ago. I feel like it could have been a hit back then. Obviously, I feel like this song wouldn't really be a hit nowadays. It's very much old school Avril, and that's why I like it so much. I don't love it, like I said, but I do enjoy jamming to it. It's just a fun pop song, there's really no meaning behind it. It's just bubblegum pop. It's stupid, it's fun, it's just fun to dance to. So now let's move on to track number 6. It Was in Me. Oh, I'm gonna cry. That was a beautiful, beautiful ballad. Wow. It kind of reminded me of a Disney song, and that's not a diss or anything. I love Disney. I mean, Disney's put out some amazing songs. Just has that, I don't know, it has that, I didn't know I had it in me all along, and now I know feeling to it. It was in me all along, and I feel like anybody can relate to this song. It's such a beautiful song. Make me feel high when I'm sober, make me feel young when I'm older. Ugh, I hate that line. Just because I'm turning 29 this year and I don't feel 29. I feel like a young 20, 21 year old still. I mean, that's how I think mentally. I mean, that's, I still have all that energy still. And just the thought that I'm actually almost getting to 30 and it's gonna come to a point where I'll be 40 and I'm gonna wish I was younger again. I won't be able to say I'm young anymore. It's just kind of put everything to perspective now. And I just don't really want to think about that right now. So just like a whole bunch of different emotions rushing to me right now. Beautiful song, one of my favorites on the album so far. This needs to be a single. Avril, your record label, whomever, this needs to be a single pronto. Um, so now let's move on to track number 7, Souvenir. Yes! Classic Avril yodeling. So Souvenir, and I liked that song. It was nice to listen to. I was kind of jamming to it. Like I kind of shouted out during my time listening to that song, we have classic Avril yodeling in this song, which I have missed. And yeah, I enjoyed that song. I didn't have a problem with it. It's a solid track. So now let's move on to track number 8, Crush. You know what? That was another solid track. Again, I enjoyed that song. There isn't a single song on this album that I've listened to so far that I have disliked. To me, they're all solid tracks. I mean, to me, you can't go wrong with Avril. I feel like she always puts out solid albums. They're never spectacular, but they're never horrible. They're always just solid pop records, in my opinion. I've never listened to an Avril album that I haven't liked. Maybe Goodbye Lullaby was probably my least favorite album by her. But I've liked most of her albums, and this is no different. So now let's move on to track number 9, Goddess. 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 Treats me like a goddess. He treats me like a goddess. Good song. It was a very interesting song. Just the way she sang it. I enjoyed it. Again, nothing wrong with this track in my opinion. Just another solid, cool pop track. So now let's move on to track number 10, Bigger Wow. Ba 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 bigger wow. Okay, so that was a little cute, fun song to listen to. It's just, a cute pop song. I had fun listening to it. I like these types of, airhead, just, roll your windows down, summer bops you just play when it's really warm out. This is just a classic pop song that, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just bubblegum pop, and I enjoyed it. It's probably, not my favorite track on the album, but honestly, who cares at this point? I like this album. So now let's move on to the second to last track on the album, Love Me Insane. So it was Love Me Insane, track number 11. If I had to pick my least favorite track on this album, it would probably be this one. It wasn't a bad song, but compared to the other songs, it was just kind of lackluster. I didn't really care for it. To me, it's kind of forgettable. So that's that, and we will now move on to track number 12, the last track on the album, called Warrior. Okay, so that concludes the album Head Above Water. Warrior was a good way to wrap up the album and the story that Avril was trying to tell. Kind of wraps up her last, 3, 4, however many years with her struggles and what have you. Um, being a warrior and such, and I think anybody can relate to that song. I feel like a lot of people can relate to most of these songs in some way. They spoke to me, so maybe they'll speak to you. And I enjoyed all these songs, most of them, I should say. My favorite tracks were Head Above Water. I did like. Okay, if we're talking about my favorite tracks, I'll probably say Head Above Water. Tell Me It's Over. It Was in Me. And yeah, those are my top 3 tracks on the album that I really enjoyed. The top 3. Okay, so leave your opinion. What did you think of the album? What are your favorite songs? Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious to know. What's your favorite Avril Lavigne song of all time? Let me know because I, of course, am a huge Avril Lavigne fan. Okay, so that was Head Above Water. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.